Okay, hello there everybody, welcome to another video by me, Mr. Drone. Today we're going to prison. As you can see, Shrewsbury Prison. We're going to do a video. I found out you can actually have a self-guided tour of the prison. So we're going to get in there, have a little walk around and see what it's like in prison. Fingers crossed I get out in one piece and get out today. Let's get in there and have a look. And here we go. Time to go to prison, eh? Check this out. I almost don't want to walk in. It's weird. Oh man, imagine this is your room. Let me show you. Let me turn you around. There's not much to see. Little unit, speaker. There's your sink and your toilet. At least you got a bit of privacy with the toilets, it's behind the wall. But yeah, that's your bed there. Let's have a little, I mean, surely they'd have had a mattress on it, but it's not comfy it's not comfy. Let's check out, see if you can see out the window. You know, 'cause you see it in the area. Not much to look at, to be fair, but get down off the furniture, eh? Imagine this was your room for a long period of time. You know, imagine you get sentenced. This is why I'm not a criminal. I just couldn't do it. What about you? What do you think? Nasty, man. Let's move on to see some other rooms. Here we go, check this one out. Oh, nothing in it. Nah, surely it wasn't like this. Cold as well, quite cold. Yeah, let's check out the old dreaded shower room. You hear about in you know, films and kind of almost like horror stories, isn't it? In prisons, a bit dark. Let's have a look. Oh man. At least they're cubicled though. To be fair. Oh, even a disabled one. I mean, it's 2024, disabled people do break the law, yeah, I always had this impression they'd be open showers, no privacy at all. I mean, it's not like there's, I mean, I'm small, as you'll know if you've met me, and I'm bigger than these, so if you're a big person, you probably still haven't got much privacy, but better than what I imagined, better than what the movies and that show. Perhaps they're not all like this, in fact they're almost definitely not, but still, I'd rather one of these than an open one. Yeah, check this out. It's saying that this prison it's a Georgian prison from the Georgian era. It's renowned for its architecture, particularly the high ceilings. But it says prisons were no exceptions to this. The jail would have had 3 floors, the lowest being underground with no natural light. The cells on the higher floors had small vents which offered little light, but also exposed occupants to bad weather. The remains of the Georgian prison, built in 1793, still lie beneath the current prison building, which was built in its place in 1868. Check this out though, it says during the Georgian era prisoners weren't separated by crime, gender or age, but by social class. Cells for the lower class prisoners could hold up to 15 prisoners with a mix of men, women and children in each cell. All prisoners had to pay fees for food and belongings such as bedding. This system meant that the poorer prisoners lived in terrible conditions. I mean, imagine that, like, prison, bad enough as it is, whatever you've done. But imagine having to, like, share, you know, you've done something, maybe petty theft, crime or whatever, I don't know. But then imagine you sharing that with a murderer, a serial killer or something like that. Oh, you know what I mean? A bit harsh, like, because you're poor and he's minted as well. Devastating, that, isn't it? Don't like the thought of that. Let's head upstairs and take a look. It's just a nasty, nasty prison. Oh yeah, check this out. Cell 203, C203, is reported to be the most haunted cell in the entire prison. Nice. Considered the haunted wing, there have been many reports of unexplainable things in this wing from officers, prisoners and the public today. Many officers will refuse to work on this wing alone at night and reported that they saw a green lady come from this cell and walk towards the execution room at the bottom of the corridor. This sighting has been reported many times, and to this date we do not know who she is or why she's here. Could she be a prisoner? Could she be an officer? There's been a similar report of a grey lady walking down the stairs to the governor's wine cellar, which you can see on a tunnel tour. Could this be the same lady? Tunnel tour intrigues me more than this, to be fair. Tunnel tour. To this date, many paranormal companies pick up large amounts of activity in this cell, and some people even refuse to go inside. Can you go in? Yeah? It's all right. I mean, as far as the room goes for your prison cell, it's not good, like, but toilet's different than the one in the first cell. But anyway, yeah, it's all right in here. Let's carry on this tour. Executioner's room first, I think, and then the execution room. Look at this, executioner's bedroom. Jesus Christ, I thought that was somebody sitting there then. I mean, let's be honest, that's not much better than a cell, really, is it? Just you got to maybe come and go. Let's check this out though, executioner's bedroom. The executioner would arrive at the prison the day before the execution was due to take place. On arrival, make a night of it. On arrival, they would use the prisoner's height, weight and build to calculate the length of the drop, prepare the rope and test the equipment using a weighted sack. The sack would be left to hang on the rope overnight to ensure the rope was stretched, and it would be readjusted in the morning. Sound. There were times when the executioner may have stayed in a hotel if the prison was within a town, but they would usually stay within the jail so that there would be no delay into proceedings. On the day of the execution, the executioner's assistants would enter the condemned person's cell at 8 a.m. The assistants would secure the prisoner's arms behind their back using a leather strap. They would be walked to a marked spot on the trapdoor. A white hood would be placed over the prisoner's head. Yeah, that's unbelievably morbid, isn't it? It's enough of that. Okay, this is the execution room. Jeez, that's a bit strong, isn't it? That's a bit strong, that. What the? What's this? My God, I keep freaking out over these, like, mannequins everywhere. Oh, this is the condemned man's cell, look. This room was once the cell in which the condemned man would spend his final nights before his execution. From the court, the prisoner would have been brought directly to his cell, have no contact with other prisoners. The prisoner is unlikely to have realised that on the other side of the door is where his execution would take place. On the morning of the execution, officers would move a bookshelf revealing a secret door leading to the execution room itself. There you go. Richard Wigley, executed March 1902. 30-year-old slaughterman had separated from his wife and was caught in Eliza Bowen, a 28-year-old barmaid at the Lion Inn. 1st November 1991, he walked into the Lion Inn and cut her throat with a butcher's knife. Why? I feel like I need to know more. When he was arrested by the police, he said, "I have killed that little woman. It's all for love. I loved her, and nobody else shall have her." She must have binned him. She must have binned him, I reckon. Naughty Richard. Awful, awful story. Yeah, Thomas Cox, executed 19th of December 1917. Thomas Cox, age 59, murders his wife, Elizabeth, also age 59. He cut her throat. It's just the first two I've read, the first two were executed for cutting women's throats. Let's see what William Griffiths did. 57-year-old William Griffiths lived with his mother, Catherine Hughes, 80 Stafford Street, Eccleshall, Stafford. On Friday, the 25th of May 1923, Griffiths had been drinking heavily all day. At around 10:15 p.m, sounds of an argument between him and his mother were heard by their neighbour Emma Hibbs. It appeared that they were quarrelling for the amount of money Griffiths spent on drink. She heard screams and moan and followed by a knock on her front door. She opened it to find Griffiths there, telling her that he had killed his mother. When the police arrived at the murder scene, they found that Catherine's throat had been slashed with a razor. Why were they all cutting women's throats? This is what's confused. This is what's the most disturbing thing. Totally deserved that, which is not the worst thing in this room. The worst thing is reading that almost all of them, 3 out of 3 up to now, have cut women's throats. Weird, that, isn't it? I suppose that they're in prisoners, but I don't know, it's weird. Mind you, I suppose, were you only executed for that sort of crime? Let's have a look. Frank Griffin. No relation to Peter, I hope. Executed January the 4th, 1951. On 6th of September 1950, Frank Griffin, age 40, entered the premises of the Queen's Head Inn. Intent on robbery. During the break-in, he attacked and killed the landlady, Jane Edge. He was executed on the 4th of Jan, 51. Doesn't say how he killed her. Following the pattern, I reckon he cut her throat. Here's another one, murdered his girlfriend, Harry Huxley. Executed July the 8th, 1952. Murdered Ada Royce, his 32-year-old girlfriend. He shot her at Castle Street. At least he didn't slit her throat, but still, I've read enough. Kind of haven't, because I keep looking, wanting to know. But yeah. We'll move on, We'll move on. Here's the visits room. I mean, it's literally like, it's just... they've got some fish on the wall. But it's just like a most uncomfortable room. All of it, do you know what I mean? All of it. It's just most uncomfortable. It's like, I mean, I get it, of course. It's prison, you know. But what I mean is like everything, even the visiting room, is like an uncomfortable room. Check out this, the man himself, Ricky Tomlinson. My ass, prison. I hope you get that. Where you get your meds. Off this guy, another mannequin there. Made me jump just now. Only handing out sanitizer at the moment. COVID. COVID's got lots of ones for there, hasn't it? But here's another wing. There's a lot bigger, it seems. Look at this one. Look at this with the net on the top and everything. Like the safety, well, not net, it's safety mesh, isn't it? I mean, it's a tiny little table that. It makes me wonder things like that. It makes me wonder if that was actually here and like prisoners used to play on this tiny little thing, or had they just put it here as like a prop, which makes me wonder things like that. Check this one out. This is Salon, this bigger block. 3 beds in here, like 3 beds. There is a sink, there's a toilet behind the door. But if this was really for 3 people, there's no spring. If this was really for 3 people, jeez, you're like, that would be tough. That would be really, really tough, man. Really tough. Here we go, so check this one out. This has got like, it's shut over. I think it's given us an example here of what it would be like. So I suppose it doesn't look as bad. Nearly broke that gate there. I suppose it doesn't look as bad when it's actually got things in, posters up, radio, Links Africa, of course, some food and stuff like that. Sheets on the bed, so doesn't look like as bad. Looks more homely, doesn't it? But I couldn't do it. Me, mate, I couldn't do it. No chance. I don't know if we're allowed upstairs. Check out how high it actually goes though. This, so it starts down there. It's like the first floor. It's like another 2 floors. Above us as well, it's like 4 floors. Let's see if we can go up there. Okay. The officer's box right in the middle of this A-wing. And it actually has this on saying, you may recognise this office from the popular BBC drama Time, starring Sean Bean and Stephen Graham. This is the officer's box that Stephen Graham's character, Elliot McNally, spent his shifts. Very good, that, eh? Right, okay, so we're right on the top floor now, and it is just, I don't know what I expect more. I'm looking at every cell as though there's going to be something different. There's obviously not. They are just plain cells. The amount of them, though, they're so small, but they defo fit a lot in. So this is, like I say, there's 4 floors of like this. This is A-wing now. I'm assuming this is the largest. I don't quite know what they are up there. I don't quite know what that is there. Weird rooms up there as well. So yeah, like I say, top floor, 4 floors of this. There's another officer's room there. that the guys could put their post in. There was a, look at that, A5. There's no entry, but A5. And another A5 up there. Because it's A wing and that's the 5th floor. Wonder who went up to the 5th floor. Wonder if that was like, what was it called, solitary or something like that. I wonder. That's what, I think you can get access to these rooms. There were 2 at that end, at the top, and there's 2 up here as well, look. Yeah, weird, eh? Weird. But yeah, we're gonna head back down now and see what else is about, okay? Right, so I've done the self-guided tour, which is great. It's really good for me to help me walk around, take shots, video, lots of recording and all that. I have found one problem with the self-guided tour in that I'm a little bit lost. I don't know where I am. I thought I was going the right way out there, but I've turned out I found the nurse's office. Nurse's office 2. Oh, I haven't even seen nurse's office 1. Nurse had themselves a nice little kitchen there, and a room full of cables. Dr. W. Who? That's surely made up. But yeah, so don't know. It's like this, the kitchen. Oh, dentist office. Yeah, is that that must be the connections from like from the chair. But yeah, I've put my map down. Hopefully pick another one up. So I'm a little bit lost at the moment. We'll find our way out. Right, okay, I found the exercise yard. Nice. Tell you what, it's a lovely day. But even this isn't. Even this, like, it's tiny, isn't it? When you think, like, yeah. So that there must be that A wing. It's got like 4 floors all the way along there, and this is the exercise yard. No space at all. No space at all. And then the door back to C wing there. Barbed wire all over. It's just, as I said, it's just as little comfort as possible. Everything, isn't it? Everything. Cells, bathhouse, showers. So yeah, we're gonna head out. I think we've seen enough. There's not. It's amazing. It's an amazing place to come and visit. Really, really good. Really good. But there's like, it is the same. Do you know what I mean? It's the same thing because it's a prison. What do you expect there to be different? But yeah. Let's go. So here we are at the end of our trip here to Shrewsbury Prison. Sitting down in Shrewsbury Prison restaurants with a nice coffee and a nice brownie before we leave. Why not? Hey, enjoy the cuisine as well. Pretty sure it wasn't like this when the prisoners were here, but it is now, so we'll enjoy it. But yeah, the self-guided tour was excellent. Really good way to get around, take everything in our own pace, in my own pace, and do some really good recording in like I say, take a lot in when you're self-guided. The one problem, as I showed in the video, was that I did get lost a little bit. but not wasn't too bad. Do you know what I mean? I could hear people, could always shout for help if needed, but it wasn't needed. But yeah, it was a great tour. Like I say, loads to take in. I highly recommend it. I will do the guided tour though at some point next time I'm in and around the area. I spoke to a few people whilst I was walking around, and they said to me the guided tour is really good as well. So and it's all done by prison guards, or ex-prison guards that worked here. So I did ask if there was any prisoners, yes, prisoners that do it, but none of them were sure about that, so we don't think so. But yeah, guys, I enjoyed that as much as I did. I really enjoyed it. It was a great tour, great place to visit. Highly recommend. But yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that button for me. Loads and loads more coming. Loads more planned for this channel. So hope you keep watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Hit that button.